Hi, my name is Caitlin. I decided to do prompt 1 and I formatted this video like a storybook for kids. Imagine this as one small book and a series about all the different types of epistasis using dinosaurs as examples. I have a 6-year-old cousin who loves dinosaurs, and he was actually able to read this presentation last weekend and was super excited about dinosaur genetics, which was super cool. Hi, I'm Mr. DNA from Jurassic Park. I heard you like dinosaurs, so today I'm going to teach you about genes using dinosaurs. First things first, most animals have pairs of genes that determine what they look like. The dinos we're looking at today have 2 genes, one for feathers and one for beaks. Now, having feathers is dominant to having no feathers, and having a beak is dominant to not having a beak. This means that if a dino has a big F, they must have a beak. So normally, a dinosaur's genes will separate independently, allowing for a dino to have a combination of beak, no beak, feathers, or no feathers. These genes are different. They follow a process called duplicate dominant epistasis, which means that if a dino has genes for beak, they will also have genes for feathers, and vice versa, even if they don't have the gene. These pictures show us that normally there would be 4, but now there are just 2. So if we cross 2 dinosaurs with a big F, little B genotype, we end up with 9 out of 16 with big B, big B, 3 out of 16 with little f, big B, 3 out of 16s with big F's, little b, and 1 out of 16 with little f's and little b's. Now, because all of the offspring from the 9, 3, 3 groups have at least one dominant allele, they will have feathers and a beak. But because the offspring at the bottom have only recessive alleles, they have no feathers and no beaks. Not all crosses involves individuals with a big F, big B, little b genotype, though. Let's explore a cross between an individual with a little f, big B, little b, and an individual with a big F, big B genotype. 1/4 of our offsprings will have big F, big B. 1/4 will have big F, little b. 1/4 will have little f, big B, and 1/4 will have little f, big B, little b. All of these offspring from this cross have at least one dominant allele, so they will all have feathers and a beak as their phenotype. This just illustrates how difficult it can be to determine genotypes from an animal's phenotype. These are just a few examples of duplicate dominant epistasis. Go ahead and try your own crosses and see what you find. Mr. DNA is a character created and owned by Universal Pictures. Images do not belong to me, and credit can be found beneath each image. All information in this video came from Howard and Jones, Genetics 311, Principles of Genetics Lecture slides.